G. Krishnan here at the Adelaide Oval. It was a fantastic match that India won against Bangladesh. Having made 184 runs, India were on course to win it, but Liton Das of Bangladesh changed the tables. His blistering knock in the power play against the Indian experienced seamers almost took the game away from India. Thanks to rain interruption and the revised target, India eventually won by 5 runs under the Duckworth-Lewis-Stein method. Earlier in the day, having been invited to bat, India posted a healthy total, and we saw the return to form of their opener KL Rahul and the love affair of Virat Kohli with the Adelaide Oval continued. Kohli scored yet another unbeaten half century to take his tally to 220 runs in this competition, and he averages, with just being dismissed once in 4 innings, mind-blowing 220. He is obviously the top scorer so far in this tournament. So, as rain interrupted, Bangladesh were on the back foot. They had to go for the shots and eventually fell to catches in the D. It all boiled down to Arshdeep and the last over. Though he was hit for a 6 and a 4, he still kept his cool and guided India to an exciting finish. We discuss how the match went with G. Vishwanath and SS Ramaswamy. SSR, India won the match against Bangladesh, but how close was it?
Turned out to be quite close thanks to a blistering knock by Liton Das. When the rain interrupted, they were cruising along merrily at 66 without loss in 7 overs. We don't know what would have happened had Das not slipped and when he was taking the second run, and he was run out by a brilliant throw from KL Rahul, who returned to form after 3 successive failures in the tournament. It was a close game, you can say. Ultimately, India won by the DLS method. Rains which are threatening to disrupt Indian matches from the beginning finally arrived today. But luckily, the match could go on and a result could be obtained. And the result in favor of India put India on top of the Group 2 with 6 points.
SSR, when rain first interrupted, Bangladesh were on the advantage. They were winning had play not resumed at all. But once it started, and the match was going either way, either India side or the Bangladesh side, it was a seesaw kind of a battle, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a seesaw kind of battle, and the Bangladesh batsmen lost their way. Like their captain Shakib Al Hasan explained later, they are not experienced enough in such close matches. That is why they lost. They lost their way. They couldn't pace their innings properly. And the Indian bowlers also attacked them with short pitch bowling. And all the guys kept on skying the ball to the deep fielders. That's how India got their wickets. And Arshdeep Singh, it was a surprise that he was given the final over when the more experienced Sami and Bhuvneshwar Kumar could have been given the last over. And he delivered, he kept his nerves. And he has been one of the finds of this tournament for India, Arshdeep Singh.
Despite going for a 6 and a 4 in the last over.
Yeah, correct. But he changed his tactics immediately. I don't know whether it was on his own or the captain told him. He went round the wicket to curb the batsman from freeing his arm. That was good tactics from his part.
So that shows Arshdeep is a quick learner and is always ready to deliver for India, isn't it?
He's a quick learner, and he has been bowling pretty well in this tournament.
Oh yes.
So he has been the real find, according to me.
How close was the finish?
Well, at the end of the day, it was a thriller all the way. But I must say that Indian team was always man to man a better team than Bangladesh. You can't have one show pony and win a match, even in T20, and that's what Litton does. Fortunately for India, he took his chances. I don't think Bangladesh was playing to chase 185. Initially, they just wanted to keep ahead of the Duckworth-Lewis run rate. Different times in the first power play and all. But they were far superior. I think they finished at 166 for no loss at the end of the 7 overs when it started raining, drizzling actually. The conditions are so good here, the arrangements, the drainage system and all, the pitches have been covered and all, so the play started. The good thing about it was the umpires, the rain relented, the umpires could start the match, and it provided an opportunity for the Indian team to get back into the game. And that happened with about a remarkable throw from the deep wicket by Rahul, which caught Litton unawares and shot. And that started the collapse of the Bangladesh team. And India eventually won the 2 points, which they were always expected to do. And you must give again credit to the Indian team, because after playing 2 tight overs from Taskin Ahmed, Shakib gave the first 4 overs in a straight spell of 4 overs. He did well, 4 overs, none for 15, unfortunate not to get wickets. But again, Virat Kohli, steadied the ship, he was there. Initially, KL Rahul also took his chances, Virat took his chances. It was required because you could not have allowed the Bangladesh seamers. They have picked 4 seamers and they were all bowling well. So Virat Kohli went after them, and initially 2 edges and all got the force, finally settled down. Then again, as usual, Surya Kumar came in. He also took his chances. He was given a reply 2-3 times. He made 20. Finally, he was deceived by, not exactly deceived, he could not connect he was trying to cut the ball off the stump straight away, which he could not. This was an arm ball from Shakib Al Hasan. But finally, we made India, even if you end of it, you see, the last over, Ashwin's 6 and 4 was the vital runs, and that finally eventually helped India win the match.
So Ashwin does his job, isn't it? He did it against Pakistan with the bat. Now he did it against Bangladesh, and his crucial runs do count, isn't it?
See, what happened was he took the strike in the last over, which normally, and the first ball was a dot ball. The second ball, he surprised everybody with the 6, and the third ball, he surprised everybody with the boundary shot. So finally, these are the runs which matter in T20 game, and great to him, he went for the shots, he got it, and helped India reach a score of 184, which is always difficult to score 9 plus an over to start with for any team. It's not an easy work. And Bangladesh were fortunate that there was someone like Litton who took his chance. KL Rahul said he played proper shots, but he had to take it. We had to play those shots in order to get, to provide any chance for Bangladesh to be in the game. But once the rain came and he was run out, he just collapsed, and finally the margin was about, 5 runs, and India won the match. Yeah.
Chivi, the rain interrupted play during Bangladesh run chase for about 40-45 minutes. What would the umpires have considered and discussed with the captains before resuming play?
The ICC, for every tournament, 50 or the Test Match Championship or the T20, they have standard playing conditions. The umpires just followed that to the T. And it was not heavy rain actually, it was only sharp shower, and even when it was drizzling, probably the ground staff was working around the 30-yard circle area, even outside of that, close to the boundary as much as possible. I think the main intention of the umpires would be to get the match going, take it forward as much as possible, so that because of the spectators are all in the stadium, actually they wanted a result, they wanted to see the stars in action, and they would have followed the standard playing conditions. And the pitch was covered, the center plot, or was actually covered by whatever material that was used by the state association. So in normal circumstances, even in the event of a heavy rain, the pitch is always untouched. It is always dry, or as it is before the rain stopped play. Rain comes. These are things the umpires would have taken into account before starting the play. But one thing is there: they cannot start play even if there is a minor drizzle. It has to be very clear and no rain at all. Then only they will tell the ground staff to lift the covers, see the condition of the pitch, the areas around inside the 30-yard circle, and also beyond that also. Then much of the ground would have been dry, and that's why they started play. And if I don't know why Litton Doss slipped twice, maybe because as Shakibul Hasan said, he would have just gone sideways, where it might have been a little damp, or maybe something was wrong with his spikes, the shoes. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.